Hello, good morning, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a bit of a this and that. I've got a very small Temu haul. If you remember, after my last one I did say I had another load in the basket, so that arrived. I've also put out questions for Q&A. Didn't get a lot, but I got them mostly on, in fact I think all of them were on my Instagram. So if after this there's any questions you'd like to ask me, please leave them in the comments and I will get back to you on that. I'm also going to film what my garden looks like in the evening. I did take a little video of it, very short video of it last night, so I will put that at the end. If this isn't too long, which I'm hoping to keep it about half an hour, I have a chocolate cake. It's not from scratch, it's a boxed one. It's the oh goodness, wait 1 minute, I went and got it. So it's the Betty Cocker's gluten-free Devil's Food Cake mix. Should put my glasses on really. So if it's not too long, I will do this, but it will just be a quick run through. If not, I'll put that in another video. I'll film it and put it in another video, or this one. Anyway, I hope you're all well. I'm filming this on Wednesday to go up on Friday because got a few things to do tomorrow. So let's get into Temu. I know some of you don't like Temu, and if you don't like Temu, that's fine. There's not loads. I'm not going to talk loads about it. I'll put the pictures, oh, I'll never know which side. I'll put the pictures up and you can see them. Glasses on. So I got 2 bags, but there's a couple of bigger items in both of them. So, first one. It's a juice box that you put in your fridge to put cold drinks in. And I should have taken this off. I've just opened them, I haven't looked in, but I know there's not loads. Right, so just you get a, oh goodness, Jane, open it. Oh, well that's clever, that's broke, look. Right, so you just get a little tap thing, goes in there, this screws on the inside, job's a good one. So yeah, that's that one. None of these were much money, none of them. So just stick it over there. Next. Oh, crinkly, sorry, it's you'll see from the picture, it's an ivy. If I cut it, it's not going to be as loud, is it? I hope. Hope you're all doing okay. Weather's turned a little bit, but it's still warm. I'm still very warm. Yeah, it's got, I mean, you'll see in the picture what it is, so I won't open it up now, but it's to go, I think, on one of my fence panels, but not sure. But it is, I'm pretty sure it's an outdoor one anyway. Oh, a lot. Oh, okay. You know the balls you put in your tumble dryer? Well, if you look at the picture, they look a lot bigger than what they are. A lot bigger. She had her hands cupped, I think, like this, and the balls were spilling out. I mean, now I've only got little hands, unless she had tiny hands, or it was a child's hands. But look, I can get them in one hand. They are a lot smaller. The ones I've got are like that, round, about that big. So, okay. It's a bit disappointing, but as long as they work, and the ones I've got do definitely work. So, one bag down. Next one. I got, oh, joggers. Just, I wanted some more brown joggers, but with pockets. Not joggers, leggings. But they got the pockets. Well, oh yeah, one each side. So I got it in a large, 90% polyester, 10% elastane, which, you know, that's it's going to be, isn't it? But I hope they're not too long, but they shouldn't be. But yeah, that's good. Liking that. Apart from those little balls so far, we're doing well. Oh, a couple of little bits. Oh, I got this. It's, oh, I won't take it out, you can see it. Sometimes amazing people forget how amazing they are. This is your reminder. Isn't that nice? I don't know, it was pence. It was literally pence, and I don't know, I just liked it. Don't know what this is. It's going to be jewellery, isn't it? But what? I honestly can't remember. Oh, I think I do. I think it's, I hope it's a ring. I've always wanted to wear a ring on my little finger. And I did have one years and years and years ago. But my fingers are very, very small, and I think this is going to be way too big. But it is really nice. Now, I don't know if you're going to see this or not. Hold on. Is that focusing? I can't actually. It's definitely going to be too big. Yeah, it's much too big. That was the smallest size they did. It won't go on. See, it go on that finger, but I don't want it for that finger. But it is nice. Right. I think I ordered 2 rings, so I'm assuming the next one is going to be too big as well. Oh, this I got. It's, I'm going to cut it because otherwise it's too noisy. I mean, it's noisy enough anyway, I think, isn't it? But you put your rice in. Oh, sorry. You put your rice in and then tip it through the strain a bit. I thought that was really good. Again, I think it was a couple of pounds. But yeah, I thought that was good. Oh, I've got another game. Mini Mysteries After Dinner Amusement. 50 riddles for super sleuths. Ooh. So let's have a look. Let's open it. That's one little bit. Hope it's worth it after all of this. I just thought they're okay just to put in your bag, take away with you. You know, if you got a, hopefully not, but if you got a rainy day or, you know, a lull in the whatever you're doing, could have a go. Right, let's have a look. So they all look like that, mini mysteries, and then this, then it's, I don't know why this doesn't focus very well. Right, let me read it. Goodness gracious, you need, oh right, it's upside down. A chance, no. A dancer twirls to a waltz for a few minutes before the stage goes black. Then she stays still for a few hours, not breaking a sweat. The light finally comes on and she begins to dance again. Who is this dancer? So you read it up that way and then you turn it that way for the answer. Let's have a look at the answer. She's a ballet dancer. It's a music box. Yeah, I like that. If you got that, well done, by the way. I didn't read it very well, to be honest. I could hardly... It's so minute writing. Right, what else? Another ring, but it's going to be too big because I think it was size 6. They was the smallest. I don't know what I am in numbers. Oh, crikey, I can't even, let's cut it. I don't know what I am. I know I'm a F. That's how they used to do it, didn't they? So it's, well, so it's in, sorry, it's in that and then back in a little pouch thing. It's another nice ring. And I really like that. Is it focusing? Right. It's miles too big for my little finger. No, again, it'll go on that one. I just thought they were lovely, and honestly, they were either just under £1 or just over £1. Right, next, get rid of that. I have no idea. I have no idea, no clue. What is that? No clue. I don't even remember seeing that. What would that be for? Well, you'll probably see in the picture I'll put up. But no clue. Oh well, I'll find out and I'll look at the pictures. Oh, this is just a gimmicky thing. You know the tokens you put in trolleys? Well, it says cart keeper for a start, which is, you know, but it's little dangly legs, so you put it in and the little legs hang out. I suppose, so you remember you put it in maybe, but it is round, it's not, I don't know if it'll work because ours are, haven't they got like hexagon shape or something, isn't it? But I just thought, I mean, that was something like 30 pence or 50 pence or something. Oh, got a box. Oh, lights. They come with little magnets, charger. You get three chargers. Three chargers and 3 lights. So I don't know if they've got charge in them. Oh yeah. So they are sensor lights. So when I took that off, it came on. No, it's not doing it now. Probably needs charging, but got 3 of them. And again, these were a couple of pounds, £3. I'm not going to guess because I honestly can't remember. So 3 of those, lovely. Actually, I'll put those back in the box. Just keep them together. How are we doing? Right, and there's not a lot more. Oh, this is a sprinkler for the garden. When, you know, I wouldn't do it at this now, but not that we're on a ban or anything, or not that I've heard, but it's just the one you put it into your hose, and then that screws on there, and obviously goes around. Splurts out, hopefully. Well, I'm hoping that's what it does. We'll soon find out if it's rubbish for whatever pence it was. I don't think it's more than a couple of pounds. One more thing. Bag's empty. Oh, this is a door stop. Quite thick, but then, you know, very thin this side. Our bedroom door doesn't always, I like a bit of airflow in my bedroom, so I have the window open a bit and I like the door open, but it doesn't always stay open. So I thought if I get this, hopefully my door will stay open. Yes, so that is the end of the Temu. By the time I've taken bits out, what are we on? 18 minutes. By the time we've taken, I've tried to edit it a little bit so that it's not as long. Those rings, why couldn't I have done a 5? Maybe I'd go and look at children's rings. That's an idea. It's an idea. Okay. Let's have a look at some questions. So, I'm not going to say who they're from because I don't know if they'd like to be named or not. So, I'll just read the question. This won't be a long one though, I hope. Then I'll get this done. But if it is, then this will be in another video. Oh, I'm all over the place today, aren't I? All over the place. Right, first question. How long have you been doing YouTube and why did you start? I've been doing YouTube for just over a year. I started on the 3rd of June last year. And I'm nearly at my 1,000. So, yeah, why did I start? I did want to start it a couple of years back, but I worked in a school. I was a teaching assistant, so I wasn't sure that was appropriate, just in case, you know. So I didn't. And then when I retired, I thought, what else can I do? I mean, I like my crafting. I read and I watch YouTube, lots of YouTube, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to give it a go. So I had a tiny tripod about this big that I'd had for years. I mean, it didn't extend or anything, literally it went to that. So I piled a couple of books up, I put the little tripod on, I put my phone on the tripod, and I sat in this very spot and I started talking to the camera. I think my first YouTube is about 15 minutes or something. It might not even be that long. It's literally just an introduction and telling you a little bit about me. Yeah, so that's why I started, because I just wanted to do something else. I'd seen all these YouTubers doing it and I thought, I'd really like to give it a go. So I did. That's how I started YouTube, or that's why I started YouTube. Do your family mind being on your channel? My husband's not that fussed. If he's in it, he's in it. He doesn't particularly mind. I don't think he'd want to be doing a sit down and that sort of thing. My youngest son, his wife and 3 grandsons are in it now and again. In fact, we just did a taste test with my son and daughter-in-law. I've done a Q&A with my middle grandson. I can't remember how long ago that was, 8 months, 9 months ago maybe. So they don't mind being on it. My eldest son, although he is very, very supportive and encouraging, he doesn't really want to be on it. That's his right. You know, whatever people want. I wouldn't expect anyone to come on that didn't want to. That's entirely their choice. So that's it. So I respect all their choices, and if they want to come on, that is absolutely lovely. But if not, fine. But yes, they do support me, all of them. What is your favourite cocktail? My favourite cocktail, going back a little bit, used to be a Harvey Wallbanger. I used to love him. Love them. Harvey Wallbangers. Not that I drank cocktails a lot, but if I had a cocktail, that would have been it. Now, my favourite cocktail is a porn star martini. I loved it. But again, I couldn't tell you the last. If I have them, it would be on holiday. And I couldn't tell you the last time I had a cocktail. A few years back, I suppose. But yeah, porn star martini would be my choice now. When and where did you meet your husband? I met my husband at work. He didn't work with me. I worked for a solicitor's and he worked for the bank. But I was a telephonist receptionist at the solicitor's, and I used to have to phone the bank to ask to speak to the manager, to put through to one of our solicitors. And a lot of the time he'd have to phone us to talk to one of the solicitors. And every time he phoned, we'd just have a chat, and we got chatting, and I worked with a lovely lady. Oh my goodness, she was in her late 70s, and she used to do half days, or about 3 or 4 hours a day, but she was the one that always went to the bank, bless her heart, and she used to come back and say, oh, this bloke's really nice, and I think you'd like him. And I'd never met him, but he had a lovely voice, and that's what got me. So I used to chat away to him, but because I had the headphone things on and twiddlies, I could talk away and no one knew who I was talking to. But he phoned one day and we was on the phone for 2 hours. It might have even been longer. But I would have to stop to take calls and do my job. And he was also doing his job, but he was on the phone to me. He did actually get told off. Not massively, but he was told, you know, not to do it. And then the first time I actually met him, he'd come up to the solicitor's office. And being the receptionist, I was the first person there. And it was on a Friday. And I was going out with a friend on that Friday. We used to go out every Friday, and I was going out with my friend on the Friday evening. So I hadn't washed my hair or done anything, and no makeup, nothing. And he came up. I didn't know he was coming up. Did I know? I don't think I knew he was coming up. And he arrived up, and I didn't know him. And but the lady that I was talking about said, oh, that's the bloke from the bank. I was like, oh. And because we've been talking, we were fine. We got on fine. And he brought me up a cassette, going back a few years now, aren't I? That we'd been talking about, and he was going to lend it to me. So I said, oh, thanks. I said, I'll listen to it over the weekend and I'll drop it down Monday to the bank. And he went, no, just give it back to me tomorrow when we have our date. And that's how he asked me out. So that's what we did. So that is when our first date was in 1982. It's quite a while ago. So that is when and where I met my husband. One more question. Is that your natural hair colour as it looks lovely? Thank you. And do you go to an expensive salon? Last question. Is that your natural hair colour as it looks lovely? Well, thank you. And do I go to a salon? Firstly, well, thank you for saying my hair looked lovely. I appreciate it. No, I don't go to a salon. My daughter-in-law cuts my hair. She did train to be a hairdresser years ago, but then when she fell pregnant with her first child, she gave it up, which was a shame because she's really, really good. Really good. So, no, my daughter-in-law cuts my hair. I like the way she does it. And, yeah, that's really, really nice of her. So, no, I don't go to a salon. So thank you all so much for your questions. And if you have any more, please put them in the comments and I will try and answer them. Okay, we are on 29 now. Do I do this cake and maybe cut it down a bit? I think I will. So the next bit is the cake. See you in a minute. Okay, so we're making the gluten-free devil's food cake mix. So we've got a bag of mixture. You need either vegetable oil or butter. I'm using butter. You need water or milk. I'm using milk. The quantity is 120 grams of melted butter, 250 mils of milk, 4 medium eggs, which I've got, and the bag of mix. So I'm just going to mix them all together and then I'll come back. Ooh. Okay, so I've mixed the mixture all together. I used my hand mixer. Because I used 4 large eggs, and it says 4 medium, they weren't large, but I didn't use all of the milk. So I put everything in. It says to beat the eggs, milk, butter and cake mix. So I put everything in except the milk, and then I was whisking it and adding it gradually, but I think that's probably doesn't need all of it. So then it says pour into tins. So I've got 2, let's turn you down a bit if I can do it with this. Right, can you see? Right, so I've got 2 tins ready and the batter mix is ready. So it just says pour into the tins. So that's what I'm going to do. Just go all around this first, just to make sure I've got it all in. Don't want to leave any out. You had to whisk for 2 to 3 minutes until smooth and creamy. Which I think this is. Made my arm ache, but you know. Alright, let's pour this in. That's it, nearly done. Get it as even as possible. I mean, if you wanted to get them dead even, you could put the tins on scales and weigh it, but, you know, who can be bothered with that? Not me. Right, that's it. Let's put that over there. And then I'm just going to get it off of the spatula. Oops, I flicked all over the place there. Right, let's get rid of these. And I've got my oven on to gas mark 4. I've got a gas oven, so mine is on gas mark 4, 180 I think is the electric. So going to, oh goodness, let's put you down again. Right, I'm going to just shimmy these a bit. And this one. That's it, I just take my pegs off. Don't want to cook my pegs. And I'm going to put those in the oven for bake for 23 to 28 minutes. So I'll put them in for 23 and see what happens. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so they are out of the oven, but they are still quite warm. So I'm going to leave them for about 20 minutes to cool down, and then I will put the icing on. I just use, I'll show you what I use when I do it. So that's them for now. Be back in a minute. Okay, so these have cooled down really nicely now. I'm making just a cream and icing sugar filling for the inside. So I always put it on this, and then I've got a lid that I keep it airtight. And I always leave my parchment paper underneath so that when you cut, you're not cutting onto this. So what I did was I measured 100 grams of icing sugar, and this is the cream I use. It's lactose-free cream, good for cooking and whipping. So I just poured some into here. I didn't measure that. Well, there's 250 mils on the bottle. I probably used about 100, maybe. And then I whisked it. It's not going to be as thick as whipping cream or double cream, but you know, it's okay, and it tastes really nice actually. So I'm just going to put this on here, and then for the topping I'm going to do exactly the same, but I'm going to add some chocolate, melted chocolate. Let's just see how far that goes, and then if need be I can just, I don't want it too near the edges. Because it will just spill out, and you know, don't want spillages, as we do we? Right, I think that is probably okay. So I've got just a tiny bit left over. So I'm going to leave that in there. I'm going to put it back to 0, and I'm going to whip up. I haven't got a lot of icing sugar, but we'll see how much we get. I'm hoping there'll be at least 50 or 60. Oh, okay, 87. Okay, that's not bad. And I just melted some chocolate. So just put that in. I've never actually done this bit before, so I hope it turns out okay. We'll see. If it doesn't, then it won't have any topping, but let's just think positive thoughts. It's going to work. Of course it is. Okay, so I'm just going to mix that a little bit beforehand just to get it in. Seems a bit lumpy, so I'm hoping that the cream will smooth it out. Okay. Not sure this is going to work, but I will whisk it in a minute. I just wanted to get all the icing sugar into it. Right. Just get a spoon. I'll whisk it, but I'll speed this bit up. And we'll see what happens. Here we go. Okay, let's have a look. Just get it from round the edges. Oh, it's not bad. I mean, there's bits, chocolate bits, but looks okay. Let's have a taste. Because if it's rubbish, I probably won't put it on. That's nice. Nice. Okay. So I need to take this one off of the grease proof or the parchment paper. Well, that came off better than the last time I made this. That's it. Right. Again, I won't put it right to the edge if I can help it. But it won't be as thick as you use double cream or whipping cream. Right, that's it. Use a clean spoon. That's it. So, that is, I didn't want it too chocolatey because of it being chocolate cake, but that tastes nice. So, show you the packet. And this is my attempt. So, I will come back and do a little taste test in a minute. I just want to get cleared up and then I'll do a little taste test. See you in a minute. Okay, let's have a taste test. Oh, it's very runny. I maybe should have cut it before I turned the camera on. Note to self. Right. White pans. Right, let's have a go. I'll have a bottom bit first. That is nice. Let's go for the top bit with the chocolate topping. Yeah, it's falling out. As I say, if I could use whipping cream I would, but I can't. So, next best thing, sorry, all around my mouth. I'm going to sit and enjoy that, and I will, that's it, that's today's video. I'm hoping it'll be about 30 minutes, it might be a bit longer, so I'm sorry about that. I'll get a few bits taken out and get as near to 30 as I can. But anyway, thank you ever so much for watching. It's been a bit here and there, hasn't it? It's not, yeah. But thank you ever so much for watching. This, as I say, I'm filming this on Wednesday to go up Friday. So I will leave it there. Thank you to new subscribers. I'm nearly there, so thank you so much. And thank you for watching. Please do all the good things you do for me and keep me going. And I will see you Tuesday. So take care. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. And I'll see you Tuesday. Bye.